Good evening, my name is Garrett and welcome to The Last Call. Tonight's final drink is from Penelope. This is their private select straight bourbon whiskey, coming in at a 53.4% ABV, at least 10 years old. Now, this is quite the special release coming from Penelope. I'm a big fan of what they're releasing. I love their transparency throughout their process, telling us mash bills, finishes, all that kind of good stuff. And ever since they've been underneath that MGP umbrella, they're just releasing some banger bottles. And here in 2025, they're not a slouch in that sphere. Now, this is something I didn't expect to see here in Indiana, let alone at SRP. I was poking around at a store chain called Belmont Beverage in northern Indiana, and this was just chilling on a shelf. I never visited this specific store, so I was like, I'll go check them out, see what they got poking around over there. And yeah, just sitting there, waiting to be picked up. Now, the release itself is part of their estate collection, which is a couple different age-stated, kind of interesting blends, coming in with some bigger proofs and some bolder flavors. This being their private select. Now, this year here in 2025, they actually bumped this to a 10-year age statement versus last year being at a 9-year age statement. On top of that, they do tell us this is being a blend of Indiana and Kentucky whiskey, plus they tell us what the mash bill works out to at the end, which is 74% corn, 20% rye, 1% wheat, and 5% malted barley. So kind of an interesting mash bill in there with things, especially being that it's a blend of two different states. So let's just go ahead and jump into it because I know that a lot of people are out there hunting for this, and let's see if it's worth the hunt, because I'm interested. I will say that these estate collection bottles are gorgeous. I not only love Penelope's bottles because of the etching they do on here, but these estate ones just are beautiful. So, as always, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, hang around for a bit, become a member if you'd like. If you're interested in some other reviews that I've done over Penelope, links to those videos will be up above and down below for you to check out. Surprisingly, I've actually had a lot of good experiences finding their stuff here in Indiana. These, I've seen a few of the other estate collections, some stores wanting $200, $300, $400 for, though they sold. So what can I say? But I was happy to be able to find this one because I was actually on the hunt for the marshmallow toast bottle because I've yet to get one of them, and I've been trying to find one. They were sold out of that, but got this instead. So pretty good trade-off. Beautiful dark color on it. Look at that. That's like a rich dark caramel color in the glass. Very pretty on things. Alrighty, let's go for notes. Oh yeah, that's got some body to it. I'm going to say that the blend they put in here instantly on the nose, the youngest is being 10, and I'm going to say the other component to that was a few years older to it. It is just rich, dark. There's a fruity element in there, kind of like a green apple sweetness, beautiful caramel, almost dark homemade caramels. There's also a bit of wood sugars going on in there, and it's almost coming across like a toasted element. And what I mean by a toasted element, almost like it's been finished in a toasted barrel, because you're getting this kind of sweet marshmallowy note, but also this kind of deep wood sugars going on as well. Maybe even a little bit of smoky charriness in there too. And I'm going to say there's definitely like a red fruit or like a Twizzlers note, like a red candy note. That's fun. No ABV, nothing harsh, no off notes. I love that oakiness in there. It teeters close again to being like a toasted cask finish because you're getting the spicy wood sugars and this kind of oak caramel vanilla mixture in there. But that age is what's really showcased well on the nose. I love that red fruit. That green apple tartness I was finding has been definitely subsided since it's opened up here. But finding a lot more of that kind of Twizzlers red candy note. Beautiful brown sugar in there, almost brown butter, almost, but it's like a very dark brown sugar. That is just balanced. It is beautiful on the nose. There's also a nice bit of baking spice in there. Dried cinnamon, a little bit of clove, almost Christmas spices that have been dried out kind of nose. But that is well executed on the nose. Let's go for a taste, see if it's there. Wow. The cling on that palate. That is a burst of flavors. That red fruit, it's like that Twizzlers rope kind of note. Forefront. Cherries, almost like a cherry cola. Like a homemade cherry cola syrup. Beautiful oak spices in here. The wood sugars, the oakiness, the caramel, the vanilla. But the vanilla is like more like a Madagascar vanilla bean paste. It's rich, dark, and oaky. Dark fruits as well. Maybe like a little bit of a fig note. Brown sugars galore. Well executed in that. Finish here has a little bit of that dried cinnamon note going on. Light bit of pepperiness in there as well. There's a nice layer of corn sweetness in there. Touch of rye grain in there as well. That is fun, interesting, and that's how you release a 10-year bourbon. That's damn good. That toasted element is coming through on my second sip even more. It very much reminds me of a toasted barrel finish. You're finding that kind of roasted marshmallow note going on. That oak spice is there. It teeters close to double oaked, but not quite there. Love the cling on the palate. It's got a very viscous mouthfeel to it. It's rich, velvety on the texture. The only real criticism I could say on this, it's got a little bit of almost like a damp oak note here in the finish. It's very light. It's not heavy-handed in that note, but there's just a light bit of it going on in there. Almost like musty oak, or like damp oak is the best way I can say it. That is darn good. Definitely finding more of that cola note in there too. That's unique. I haven't had a cola note showing up in whiskey in recent memory. It's well executed. The blend works. The mash bill showcases through. And that finish has got a beautiful cling to the palate. That's what you want from a 10-year bourbon. Alrighty. Let's talk about a grade for this one. So this is where it's going to get a little more complicated. So typical pricing on this SRP was $79.99. And that's what I paid for it. There are places that are doubling the price on this, or well over $100. And look here, I'll just be frank. Like, I would pay a little bit more than $80 for this. Like, if this was $90, even $100, I wouldn't complain on that sip. And here's why. When you look at most 10-year bourbons, yes, I know there's some outliers outside of this, but a lot of your 10-year bourbons are closer to that $90 to $100 price point. And I don't think a lot of them live up to this. And we'll do some A-B comparisons between this and some other 10-year offerings. But I give this a good solid, man. I give that an A. I might lean back to an A- on my written review, but at the time of my recordings right now, that is an A. The only real criticism I have on that sip is that little bit of mustiness there in the finish. And not that that's a bad thing, but it just has this little bit of a blip of an off profile for me. At the end of the day, if you find this for sub $100, I don't think you can go wrong for a beautifully blended 10-year-old bourbon. Penelope, yet again, just showcasing how it's done on sourcing. So yeah, they have it, folks. Penelope Bourbon Private Cask Straight Bourbon Whiskey, 10 years old. If you have any questions about the bottle itself, let me know down in the comment section below. I will do my best to answer it. And if you have any specific spirit I should go looking for, also let me know down below. Love doing these reviews and sharing through the experience at home. And as always, may your last drink of the night be the best one.
You know, I really like it might not.